States across the country right now, most states are in a unique position. They've got more cash on hand than they have had in a very long time. Part of that is due to the rapid economic recovery that we're experiencing right now, which is more of a recovery for corporations than it is for the workers. But it's also because they've got a ton of leftover COVID cash from the federal government that is just burning a hole in their pockets. So it doesn't matter if it's a red state or a blue state. What's happening across the country right now in these cash flush states is they're preparing to cut taxes. That is what they're doing with their temporary surplus of money, keyword being temporary. They're going to cut people's taxes. They're going to cut corporate taxes in their states. So far this year, 12 states have already done it, and Arkansas is hoping to become the 13th state before the end of the year. And other states have tax cuts scheduled to be on their docket when they resume in January. Those of you who follow politics understand 100% what this is. This is politicians, and again, this is not just a Republican thing for cutting taxes. This is Republicans and Democrats both doing this. This is a bipartisan effort to pander to their voters in an election year. That's what this is. And the voters ultimately, if you get a tax cut from this, unless you're a corporation, you're going to get screwed because it's going to be a temporary tax cut. And if it's not, then everybody gets screwed. Here's what I mean. Remember that key word I pointed out just a few seconds ago, really? Temporary. They're temporarily flush with cash because of all the COVID money they received. That's not a permanent thing. That's not a yearly payment that they're going to get. It is a one-time thing that they have right now that is going to go away. So when that money goes away and they've cut taxes because, hey, we don't need your revenue, we've got it sitting over here, suddenly they need the revenue. So either they have to raise your taxes again. God knows they're not going to do it on the corporations. They'll do it on the average people. So either you're going to see a massive tax increase, which is going to piss you off, or they'll say, well, I guess we have to just make budget cuts because we don't have the money anymore. So they'll cut back on things like infrastructures and schools and all the kinds of things that benefit average everyday people, environmental protection, and things like that. These tax cuts are a political stunt being perpetrated by both Democrats and Republicans. They're not going to be permanent, and if they are, as I mentioned, your state is going to suffer tremendously with a lack of investment from the state government. It's a bad idea all around, but they're doing it because they want to pander to people in an election year. They want to be able to, tell people next October, right before they go to the polls, we cut your taxes, we're saving you money, you see it, every day you're not spending as much. Don't fall for that crap. Nobody enjoys paying taxes. But taxes are necessary to fund our country. And just because these state governments are flush with cash right now doesn't mean they're going to be in the same position 6 months from now. There's no telling what can happen between now and then, but one thing is for certain, they're not getting another dose of that COVID cash, so these surpluses are scheduled to run out. And when that happens, they're going to be coming back to you to make up that difference.